I think the quality is okay. The usual process is that in the beginning, sometimes you feel hopeless because of the number of the images, because of the mixture of the quality. But at the same time, when time is passing and we say out of the unliked images or stories, then it becomes clear that the quality is okay. And also it is interesting to see how the people, how the Slovakian photographer see the world around themselves. It's very important. And judging is not easy because, first of all, you are not the only one. By the way, it would not be a good thing to be a single person. But also because you have to leave out some important images, and there is no other way. I don't know what will be the outcome. It will be an exhibition or the book, but judging would follow probably a different way if we would certainly do for the exhibition, and it's certainly a different thing to create a book on the picture of the year of the last year. I would say, as a practicing photographer who submitted a lot of work to different judging processes, that it's very important to compete, because at the same time when you select your work, what you have done during the year, it will be clear what you accomplished. The advice is about editing and how to use your emotional attachment to certain images. It's very important. I'm just in a process to make a really big exhibition of my oeuvre, what I have done, and I needed editor. And it was very interesting when I submitted 170 images for a big exhibition, and many of them, half of it was left out by the editor. And when I tried to put it back, a few what I really loved for certain reasons, because I had emotional involvement during the images or to the persons I did or to the subject I photographed. It was very funny. He wrote me, "Why do you want these easy, cheesy, sweet pictures put in your exhibitions? You would lose your really important message. What was your take?" So that is one thing, to put yourself in a distance. And the other thing is about editing. Most of the series, what I've seen is that an editor was missing. First of all, judging that if the image tells anything without knowing what is it about. So if the images look good, it is important, I can imagine on a wall, I say, first of all, I might say yes. Then the next step, what effect I have on looking at the image. Does it provide does it show any emotion? The emotion is the most important thing. And of course the composition, the color, or the quality, the technicality of the image is really very important. And this is just a single one. On the series, as I told you earlier, the main question, if I see a story, can I see a story? Does it open to a story without knowing anything? A story what starts somewhere and ends somewhere. It's the same as you read a novel or a book or something. It has a beginning, a middle part, and an ending. So it is important. And to tell the story, there are so many different ways. You can have a sequence, how it was happening step by step. But the other thing is how to put together the so-called feature story. If you have seen Eugene Smith or other famous photographer who are doing very good feature stories, then you see that you don't see the sequence, but looking at the series of the pictures, you have some kind of moving. You have a close-up, you have a distance, you have some kind of harsh color, then a soft color. You can see up from the top, from the down. So it is very important to show that you don't use a single way of view to the subject. You have different lenses, or you don't have. That also you can go closer, you can go farther. So you can zoom your leg as well. I probably already answered this question. For the photographer, every year a competition is a kind of collecting a concise story of your previous life, and not only yours, but if it is for others, that would be the goal.